Welcome back to part two, or not really part two. It's the rear end of the Superduty to get the proper, I don't know, lift out of it, I guess. If you watched the previous video, we got the 4-link arm kit from PMF installed. Still have to do the overlays, but yet to do that. Worry about that after we get it installed, right? So here it is with my 6s on, 37s. But now, gotta get into the garage, back end first. We're gonna get rid of our triple block setup we have back here. And honestly, try to get rid of these leafs too. I did buy a set of 2016 springs or leafs, so which are supposed to be softer than the 08 to 010s. And those only have like 40,000 kilometers on them. The guy literally took them off in like 2016 and just finally got sold them, and I lucked out. So, and the problem is we have the axle too far back. You know what I mean? Like center line's here. So I have adjustable blocks with the top plate that can move forward or back as we need. Obviously forward's always better because square the wheel well and get some more of that slip yoke back in the drive shaft. So let me get this hog backed up. We'll get it on some stands on the frame, and it shouldn't take too long. It's just going to be some muscling, you know, because the springs are awkward, but it shouldn't be too bad on some proper supports. I'll bring you back when she's up in the air. So we got her up on engine stands on the axle, tires are off. We got the 2 frame stands underneath there, kind of not side by side because we need room, right? So it's a wide base on those pipe stands, but I'm hoping I have enough slack in the leaves here. If not, I can always pull the jack stands and use the jack to lower it the other inch or two. I don't really want to go any higher on those pipe stands. They're pretty high enough already, but we'll start with removing these 4 bolts. We'll do this side first just because it's better light. And then we'll get all of these off. Hopefully they just pop right off like I said. We might have to loosen the other side too just to have some pivoting, but we'll see. I did keep the shocks attached, so they might limit us for drop 2. I'm not sure yet. I'm kind of keeping them to keep the axle from doing this, right? So, and then we'll get these leaves off. The new leaves are only a 4-pack. I think they were taken apart and had the overloads. Just had overloads, hence the things, tabs, but maybe we'll put the overloads back on with the new U-bolts, which I haven't really measured yet. We should probably do that to make sure they're long enough. I did ask them long enough to be for a 10-inch block, and these are 10-inch, these 3 together, factory one, and 2 aftermarkets. It's a rigmarole. So anyway, let me get the U-bolts out. We'll just verify here. We should be good to put the overloads back on. So, and maybe even add a leaf from my rough country, which I've never added to these pack, to the other one. But look how much more bigger these new ones are. So I went to the big boys just because how much lift we have here without doing the proper, you know, re-arc springs. So good to know. Okay, well, I'll start taking her apart. Nice part is these have only been on for the truck for about 2 years, so they're coming off like butter. No, very nice, very nice. There we go. So, as you can tell, she's fighting me. It's a 30 mil, by the way. So we're gonna use fire. Heat up the bolt. A little heat always does it. Nailed it. That one's off. For a while I'd do like heat on the nut. We'll use my ratchet on this side, but she came out pretty good. Now let's do that back one. I feel like that one's gonna be fun. I know you were wondering, but yep. Let's get some heat on her. We did chew her up, not enough to strip it, but very nice. That one had a nut with a sleeve on it, so now that should just pop up. So I'm gonna set it up so you can watch me struggle. So yeah, a 2016 wheel fit, even it was off a dually even. So one thing to note is you'll see that hole's bigger than that hole. That's actually the front. And then smaller one's the rear, just I have it flipped because I took that one off like that, right? So you can see it's only a 3 +1, but we could probably add my add-a-leaf and the overload to it just to get a little more height out of it. But it's kind of trial and error, right? So, but once we get it mounted up there, we can mess with this, and this should come off. If not, my old leaf pack has newer ones. I might even have spares. But anyway, let me struggle to get that on now and bolt it up. I should have washed this thing before so I can touch it up a little, you know. So I think we'll be okay with, you know, once those take up the space. So I'm going to take that bolt off. I don't want to wreck the powder coat on those nice sexy units. I'm going to try to take this bolt off. Might have to get a set of ice grips. We'll see if we can get the overloads on. I got to go find them actually first. I found the overloads, as you can see, in my blocks. I think that's how they go. They have a kind of a weird bend in the front, probably because to make the distance more equal. So the only thing is I ended up butchering. I wonder if I can. They're kind of just place guessing where they're going to be. Let me just put that nicely there. I ended up butchering these blocks, cutting off the tabs that would hold this in place, but from spinning. But I'm sure the U-bolts and sandwiching it down will be fine. So I got to get this bolt off here and then try to see if it's long enough to go through all of this. If not, oh, I'm tripping over stuff. Got junk everywhere here. If not, I'm gonna look in my box of other, you know, bolts and stuff, and if not, go to like a spring store and get new ones. That's right. We're gonna try to heat up method first. I already got the vice grip on. We're gonna heat it up. We're gonna hit it with some liquid wrench to kind of soak into the threads to really give it the best chance we can. Here's a little hack for you. Get a C-clamp, squeezer, gets her nice and tight. That way they're not fighting them, trying to get them back on, because they're all. What's your bet? Think we're gonna do it? Oh man, might not be able to record this and hold it. I couldn't show it, just two hands, and I mean it is what it is. But I had to get better vice grips. These other ones, the teeth are all chewed up, and these are some cheap ones, but they worked. But it got off a lot of heat, and I ended up spraying it with some liquid wrench when it got really hot to kind of soak into the threads. So that worked out for me. And there we have it. I have it one hole forward from center, which looks like it actually straightened it up pretty good. The nuts onto the bolt, we're gonna leave the actual length on there in case we have to do an add-a-leaf to see how this does for weight rise. The only thing that really hauls so far is my race car on a U-Haul trailer every now and again, so I'm not too concerned. I'd rather have a softer ride, to be honest. So which the 16 springs are supposed to be better, and we got overloads just in case. So let me just get these Mama Jama U-bolts on. Well, it looks like to keep the overloads, we had to cut those nubs off too. We are hitting square on it, so darn. Well, that's not a big deal. I can cut those off pretty easily. Get the old cutting wheel out, but that sucks. Other than that, everything should bolt up pretty good. Look, we have a lot of leeway here, and we back with updates. Grounded off those nubs, smooth them out pretty good. Don't worry about painting it. We're gonna probably powder coat this with the leaves and stuff. It's just right now I wanna, you know, see where this sits once I get these installed. Is it lower? Is it higher in the back than these what I had? Is it squatting? Is it, you know, level? So, you know, a little bit of messing around, but this might save us some time. And then after this, getting the springs back out, it's really not that big of a deal and get them powder coated. But the problem running into with the back U-bolt is this clip right here. Since we have it like one notch forward, it's not letting the U-bolt go by. So I'm gonna have to get rid of the block and grind about quarter of it down. Quarter of it down on, you know, on the one back side, just the front one, and it should be able to slip right through. It's like literally less than quarter of an inch. It's because I want to try to make this center, which I hope it's center. I don't know. Won't know until we get some weight on it. I might have to go one more notch forward. So I don't know. I cut about half of one of those tabs off. Could have been a bit more, just because I had to like really kind of hammer it forward. But look how much we got. Perfect amount of thread, showing 2 threads on an already long bolt or nut. So, and these things, like, you know, cheaper ones will kind of like stretch and just keep tighten. These things are solid. I recommend doing the upgrade on the U-bolts to the bigger size. It really helps. And in the future, I'm gonna get traction bars that mount underneath this, so we should be okay that way. If not, we'll have to order longer ones, but PMF will help me through that in the future. That's a next year project, but this will be a huge already. Like, these ones were bent. Well, you're not really gonna show it now, but like they were almost up in the middle for being a heavy haul truck for so many years. Plus these springs are a lot better shape, you know, cleaner, until I end up taking them off and getting them powder coated. But yeah, one side done. And I think we're pretty center. We won't really know until we get a tire on, because the back of the truck's higher right now, so if I do a string bob, it's not really gonna be center. Nice part is you know, there's still 2 more holes, or at least like, you know, each way, and all you do is flip this over and you can go to that hole if you want like the more spacing. But I think we're okay there. It's better than what it was for sure. And these are 2.5 degree taper block, like I said, so had to make sure the taper was the right way. So happy with our pinion angle there. Looks pretty good. So all in all, it's been good. It's a pretty thick plate. I don't think any of this is gonna go anywhere. Like this block, she's sandwiched in there pretty good, and she's tight, so I think we'll be okay. And nice to have the overloads back too with these longer U-bolts. And I didn't even get the U-bolts that included the overload. I'm a little out of breath. I moved the spring to the other side to finish that side. Man, these are heavier than they look. Anyway, I'm gonna get this side all removed, swapped out. Hopefully better process on the other side, quicker. Now I know what to do. So I did notice lowering last night back on the jack stands. The side we did is actually like another inch, maybe 2 inches of lift, as it touched that jack stand first before this one. So, which is now got me, right now there's actually barely any weight on that axle, but so it'll probably come up about 3 or 4 inches. But now it's got me worried about the brake line, you know, getting close to being taut. I got some new brake lines coming from PMF, extended 12 inches over stock, front and rear. This should be okay for now. Like I said, its rear end's probably gonna go up another, I don't know, 6 inches probably. So I'm more worried about if we were to, like, you know, speed bump, and I don't want to rip the brake line. I made a boo-boo. Watch your U-bolts. I may have crushed my brake line underneath the U-bolt when I jammed it in, so luckily it's like an, I don't know, what, 9-inch piece, maybe a foot long with the bend in it, so it's easily replaceable. I'll go to Ford and get a new one. If not, I'll take it off and go get one made. But that sucks. It probably still works. I just squeezed it in there. Surprised it didn't leak yet when I bent it back. But anyway, anywhoos, had to be in one mess up, right? I'm usually really good at making sure my U-bolts don't pinch stuff, but this time, I guess I was just in a rush. Regardless, it's back together. New leaf spring was a struggle. I'm beat. Everything's installed properly though. Matches the other side. So we're gonna throw my fender or my mud flaps back on, throw the wheels on, get the truck out, and we gotta clean this mess up. I got shit everywhere. But I'll bring you back once it's back on the wheels and stuff so we can check out the stance of this thing. And I think it's about, you know, an inch or two higher in the back with this setup. But even though that block's the same height as my, you know, my 3 blocks stacked together. So it's these leaf springs. Those other ones are just sagged right up. Now that's cutting it close for slacking your brake line. I mean, one big bump and she'll snap. I mean, obviously we got that issue too, but if I do the drive this thing anywhere until I get those extended brake lines from PMF, which will probably be about a week. I don't know, I ordered it like this morning, so they're probably got to make them. But they should be, he said they were quick to make, so I don't know, I'll call them tomorrow just to make sure. But yeah, so yeah, I think we're up about an inch in the back. I'll get a good side profile view when we're outside, but already looking at it, we got about a 1-inch rake, which is about perfect in my opinion. Nice part is if I do want to put my 10-inch coils in the front, which is 2 inches more than the front is now, actually, yeah, it'd be almost pretty even. I bet you she's about a 2-inch in the back. She big. Yeah, we can definitely lift up that front 2 more inches, which is a possibility. The only thing that's going to be holding me back is, after I get the brake lines, is just shocks, because I do have an adjustable track bar. There we have her. She's sitting a little dirty still, but she's sitting pretty nice. Rear axle is now dead center, and so that's a huge plus. Everything's looking nice and square. I ended up tightening up the locking nuts on the 4-link with a set of open channel locks, but yeah, she's looking minty. That 4-link, Joe. Oof, wait till I get the polished overlays on. You know, once I polish them, that is. So nice. Watch that video if you haven't watched it yet. If you're here for this, you're here from the part 1, I guess. So honestly, this is so clean. And I got something special for this too. Once I get the overlays done, and something special for that, and a few little doodads. Let's check out this side. Like I said, a little dirty still from winter, but let's get this view. Bang! Thanks for watching. Appreciate all of you guys that watched, like, comment, and subscribe. You know, I would be doing this anyway, like I always say, but I wish I would have started earlier, because I'm always messing with my vehicles, and I enjoy doing it and learn from my learnings, so you don't mess up like squishing a brake line, which is 101 of putting U-bolts on. But here we are. But whew, this thing's sitting so nice. One more from a distance view. Ooh, that 4-link though. PMF makes some good stuff. If you have any comments or questions or whatever, let me know. But catch you in the next one.